Moving on to miscellaneous exercises. So I am given the coordinates of my parallelogram. They are asking me to find the fourth coordinate. I only have 3 coordinates. So what did we see in example 11? We saw that it is not a rectangle but a parallelogram. So we proved that the diagonals are not equal in a parallelogram. Even though the diagonals are not equal in a parallelogram, you have to understand that in a parallelogram the diagonals bisect each other. So in that one way of approaching this question is you can find all the distances and find out what your fourth coordinate is, but it is going to be a very long process. So what is the shortcut? You know that the diagonals of a parallelogram bisects each other. So the coordinate P is common for both. So P is the midpoint of AC and P is also the midpoint of BD, correct? So let me find my midpoint of AC. So I have the coordinates of AC, so I'll know the coordinates. I'll equate that to the midpoint of BD, so I can find out my coordinates of D. So let's do this. So what is first the midpoint through AC? So P is the midpoint of AC. So what are my coordinates of P? P will be midpoint formula in x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2, z1 plus z2 divided by 2. Correct? Okay, so what is my x1, y1, z1? We are dealing with A and C. So this will be my x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2. So x1 plus x2 divided by 2 will be 3 minus 1 divided by 2. So 3 minus 1 divided by 2, comma, minus 1 plus 1 divided by 2, comma, z coordinates. So 2 plus 2 divided by 2. So what will I be left with? 1, 2 by 2, which is 1, comma, minus 1 plus 1 will be a 0. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 1. So these are my coordinates of P. Okay. Now similarly BD. P is also the midpoint of BD. We have found out what our P is. So the coordinates of P, which is 1, 0, 2, will be the midpoint of BC. Sorry, we are dealing with the diagonal BD. Okay. So this is the diagonal BD. So what is my midpoint of BD? So it will be 1 plus x divided by 2, x coordinate, y coordinate 2 plus y divided by 2, and z coordinate is minus 4 plus z divided by 2. Don't get confused between z and 2, okay? Maybe write your 2 like this. If I am going to equate my x coordinates, y coordinates and z coordinates to find my x, y and z, very easy, okay? So in that 1 plus x divided by 2 equals 1 x coordinate, 2 plus y divided by 2 equals 0 y coordinate, minus 4 plus z divided by 2 equals 2 z coordinate. So what are my x, y and z? So it will be 2. So x is equal to 1. In that 2 plus y equals 0. So y equals minus 2. Here minus 4 plus z equals 2 2s are 4. Z equals 8. So what is my fourth coordinate? D oda coordinates on the 1, minus 2 and 8. 1, minus 2 and 8. So we have found our fourth coordinate of the parallelogram. Okay, this is a very easy way of doing this. We just know that the diagonals bisect each other, so over a common point. So we can find the fourth coordinate. Okay. Moving on to question number 2. We are given the coordinates of a triangle ABC. I need to find the lengths of my median. What is a median? Median is the line drawn from one vertex to the opposite side, which divides the side into two equal halves. Perpendicular kadayadu. Altitude is the line which is perpendicular. Median only bisects the side into two equal halves. So D is the midpoint of BC, E is the midpoint of AC, and F is the midpoint of AB. Okay, you need to find the distances AD, BE and CF. AD, BE, CF ennan theriyum. For that I need to find my coordinates of D, E and F first, which are the midpoints of BC, AC and AB respectively. So first D ennan kandupidipoma. The coordinates of D is the midpoint of B and C. So midpoint formula x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2, z1 plus z2 divided by 2. Please watch my previous videos on the exercise and example questions from the NCERT textbook. You'll understand this better, okay? If I'm moving too fast, you'll understand if you have watched my previous videos. Now D oda coordinate, midpoint of BC, which is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, which is 0 plus 6 divided by 2, comma, y coordinate. So 4 plus 0 divided by 2, comma, z coordinate, which is 0 plus 0 divided by 2. Very simple. So then there is 6 by 2, 3, 4 by 2 is 2, 0 by 2 is 0. So I found the coordinates of D. Now I need my coordinate of E. E oda coordinate enna? E is the midpoint of AC. So these two. 0 plus 6 divided by 2, 0 plus 0 divided by 2, 6 plus 0 divided by 2. So what are the coordinates? 6 by 2, 3, 0, 6 by 2 is again 3. So 3, 0, 3, E kandupidichachu. What are my coordinates of F? F is the midpoint of AB. So these two. So it will be 0 plus 0 divided by 2, 0 plus 4 divided by 2, 6 plus 0 divided by 2. So what will this be? 0 by 2 is 0, 4 by 2 is 2, 6 by 2 is again 3. Now I found my coordinates of D, E, F. I need to find the distance AD, BE and CF. So if distance AD is the square root of distance of this, which is x2 minus x1 the whole square. So this is D, correct? This is D, E and F. So x2 minus x1, which will be 3 minus 0 the whole square plus 2 minus 0 the whole square plus 0 minus 6 the whole square. Let me write the values first, then I'll calculate. So what is my distance BE? I need to look for the coordinates of B and E. So it will be these two. So it will be 3 minus 0 the whole square plus 0 minus 4 the whole square plus 3 minus 0 the whole square. Okay. And what will be my AD, BE and CF? CF will be square root of C and F. 0 minus 6 the whole square plus 2 minus 0 the whole square plus 3 minus 0 the whole square. So what will be my values? 3 minus 0 the whole square is 3 square, 9 plus 2 square, 4 plus 6 square, 36. Similarly, BE 3 square is 9 plus 4 square 16 plus 3 square is again 9, and this will be square root of 6 square is 36 plus 2 square is 4 plus 3 square is again 9. So what will be my values? 36 plus 4 is 40, 40 plus 9, 49. Square root of 49 is 7 units. So this is my length of one of the medians. And for this it will be 9 plus 9, 18, 18 plus 16, 34. So square root of 34 units. You cannot further simplify this. And this will be 36 plus 4, 40, 49 again. So 49, which is 7 units. So I found the lengths of the medians. Okay. Question number 3. It is given that the centroid of a triangle is the origin. Origin na anartham, we are dealing with 3D. So the origin will be 0, 0, 0. You need to know how to interpret this. Okay. So the interpret panna therinjada centroid is equal to origin. You'll write it like this, and you're given the vertices of a triangle PQR. Okay. You need to find what your values of A, B and C are. So what are the coordinates of a centroid? So it will be 0, 0, 0 will be x1 plus x2 plus x3 divided by 3. We did this in the previous exercise and example questions. Okay. This will be y1, y2, y3 divided by 3, comma z1, z2, z3 divided by 3. Remember, it is divided by 3. Okay. Midpoint is divided by 2. For the centroid, it will be divided by 3. So what are those? So I'll mark this as x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2, x3, y3 and z3. Let me add them. 2a minus 4, 8. So 2a minus 4 plus 8 divided by 3, comma y coordinates 2 plus 3b plus 14. 2 plus 3b plus 14 divided by 3. Z coordinates 6 minus 10, 2c. 6 minus 10 plus 2c divided by 3. You need to find out what your values of A, B and C are. Okay. So this will be 0, 0, 0. So now let me equate my x coordinates, y coordinates and z coordinates. Minus 4 plus 8 is plus 4. So this will be 2a plus 4 divided by 3 equals 0 x coordinates. Equating y coordinates, I'll have 14 plus 2 is 16. So 16 plus 3b divided by 3 equals 0. And for this, minus 4 plus 2c divided by 3 equals 0. Okay. So 2a plus 4 equals 0. 2a equals minus 4. A equals minus 2. And for this, 16 plus 3b equals 0. 3b equals minus 16. b equals minus 16 divided by 3. And what is this? Minus 4 plus 2c equals 0. 2c equals 4. C equals 2. So these are my values of A, B and C. Okay.